everybody. We are so happy to have you here. This is our newest installation of Insurance and Insights, Senior Edition, and I am beyond excited to have one of my good friends here. Once again, I'm Kim Ruiz-King with Bambuli Insurance Services, and I'm going to let Andy just introduce who you are and what do you do, what do you specialize in?
Kim, thank you. Yes, my name is Andy Riley, and I am with Comfort Keepers. So we are a home care company, and we are designed to keep our clients at home, safe, and have their spirits, constantly elevated, be active, continue to live their best life. Even if they're recovering from, say, a surgery or an injury, a fall, anything like that, anything can really happen. We want to keep them both living independent and living a fun and fulfilling life.
I love it. You guys specialize in joy, right?
Specialize in joy.
That's what always sticks out when I see you, is joy.
Well, one of the reasons why I joined the company was because of our joy program, honestly.
I love it.
I had worked with this company. They were one of our preferred partners, and I heard the president speak about the joy plan and how we have something specifically designed to bring joy to each one of our clients. So, when our caregivers go to the home, go and meet with our clients, they have a specific checklist as to things that bring joy to their client. And those are things that we do. So it's not just, taking care of, it's not just the care aspect of it, which, don't get me wrong, is extremely important. But also you want to live. Also, you want to, you want to continue to experience. You don't want to just kind of sit around all day. It's not very good to just sit around watching, TV or looking at your phone all day. It's not good for your spirit, exactly. Right? So we want to be engaged. We want to, we want our clients to be engaged. So that's one of the reasons why I joined the company, and it's really been something that's been fulfilling for me, and it's been something that I've really enjoyed talking about.
I love it. I'm so glad you're here. So, first question that we ask our guests on our little YouTube channel is whenever you speak to your clients, and I know you mentioned that you actually interviewed your clients, which I love that you prepared and did homework before our little gathering.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
I love it. So what do they come back and say, man, I wish I knew X sooner about what you do?
Sure. I think when we are talking with clients, I think a lot of the times we're talking to you when you're in a bit of a vulnerable situation, right? And there's a lot of things coming to you. If anybody's been in the hospital, when you're discharged, when you go home, you've got this packet of information. And, the one thing you're really thinking about is, oh my God, I just can't wait to get home.
Yeah.
But then there's also that anxiety of, oof,
yeah.
I don't have the same amount of help that I've had throughout. I don't feel the way I typically feel. I'm not in my comfort zone. So I think what a lot of people do is they want to kind of know about the process a little bit sooner. I think they would have liked to have been educated a little bit sooner as to what's out there, how much it's going to cost, how much that they have to prepare for. A lot of people are lucky. They have family that can help them when they go home. Some people don't have that family. Everybody is different. Some people have their neighbors that can come in and look after them. And everybody has a different financial situation, right? That's something that I think is one of the toughest parts of my job is a lot of people have, only a certain amount of funds that they can work with. So you want to, be prepared. You want to have a little bit set aside so that, you can get that help, especially that initial help when you first need it. Unfortunately, what we do is not covered by insurance. And that is something that, I think kind of throws a lot of people. A lot of people think, okay, well, this is going to be covered by insurance. I should be fine. There's a lot, about recovery that is covered by insurance, but not quite everything. So that's something that people would, they say that, hey, I wish I really knew that before,
sure.
I'm in this kind of vulnerable situation.
Sure. No, that makes sense. So as far as the next question is, what is something that you would give as advice to the folks that are listening around your expertise and what you guys do?
Sure. So what we do, it's very personal, right? It's very, very personal, and it's, a lot of times when you're purchasing something, it's transactional. And you then take, you have an object, you take it and you go with it. This is a little bit different. This is very different because you're dealing with people, right? You're dealing with people coming into your home, and that's hard. That's hard for a lot. That's hard for a lot of people to deal with, to come to terms with. You're talking about people who are proud. You're talking about people who have, lived a long life. They have taken care of themselves. They've been through trials and tribulations. And you have to really understand that there's a dignity to what we do and to what we provide. And it's important that when you're talking to, any kind of home care provider, that you really feel that. You feel the sense of, this company understands that this isn't just a transaction.
Correct.
This company understands that I am in a vulnerable situation. Mom or dad is in a vulnerable situation. Brother, sister, could be anybody. And this company needs to understand that, hey, you really have to kind of take us through this process. You have to care, and you have to make sure that, that you're treating the clients and their families with the dignity. So when you're talking to a home care provider, you should feel that. You should feel that on the phone. And if you don't, that's kind of a red flag, and you may want to kind of think about talking to a few different companies. I always tell people, and I always tell my clients when I go in and meet them, whether it be at the hospital, the rehab, the community, or their home, I think it's okay to talk to a few different clients, a few different home care companies. Go with the company that you feel comfortable with. Go with the company that you think is right for you, because at the end of the day, we're coming into your home, right? This is your safe place. This is the home that you've worked so hard for and that you've lived in. We have to respect that. And on the other side of it, it's very much a people-based business. So if it doesn't work right away, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to work going forward. The key to home care, the key to having somebody come into your home in a service like this is really communication. That's another thing that you really want to, identify when you're having those initial conversations with a company. How do they communicate with you, right? Do they stress that, we will be communicating with you throughout this entire process? We have a care concierge team that are, relegated to specific people. So, nobody wants to have an issue, call a company and have to go through their whole spiel all over again.
Right.
You want to know that they know you, right? And so we're going to have a specific person that takes care of your specific account, your specific family. So when you call in, we know how to take care of you very fast, and that's very important. That's something that you always want to kind of look at. But it all comes back to communication. Everybody's different, right? We want to put the best caregiver. We want to provide you with a caregiver that we think is going to work best for you.
Sure.
Right? And most of the times it works, right? Most of the time, hey, it's perfect, it's a good match, it's great. But again, this is a people business, and sometimes the clients don't get along with the caregivers. Sometimes the caregivers just don't mesh with the clients. And we just ask that, and I think this is good for anybody. You have to let the company know and let them know right away. Because then they can make a change. Then they can, we don't want to have somebody in your house that you're not comfortable with. That's awful. But there has to also then be a little bit of give and take, and to try to kind of work it through, because you don't always just mesh right away, right? So you have to have a little bit of, compassion, a little bit of empathy there, and just a little bit of patience. That's key. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you have to communicate that. You have to always advocate for yourself. And any home care company should be able to make a change very quickly, right?
Because you're there for them, right?
You are there for them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
No, this is great. Do you have any other final thoughts for our viewers? I mean, I think this is great insight. Any last comments, thoughts?
Well, I think a lot of times when you're looking at care, and when you're looking at bringing care into the home, and this is something I've talk to clients about. This is something I talk to my team members about, and they've kind of talked to me about it. When it comes down to it, some people are very hands-on. They're very type A. They want to make sure everything's done right. And in a situation like this, and it's important that everything is done right.
Right, of course.
But it can also help to, take a step back, be a little bit more hands off, and kind of let your parent and let the caregiver kind of, go through the process. Let the care concierge team, take care of you through the process, because you're paying for a service for somebody to come in and take care of it.
Yep.
And take care of you.
Yep.
And it's very, we run into people who say that I feel like I feel like I'm letting mom and dad. I feel like I'm letting mom and dad down, right? I feel like I'm not the one there taking care of them. I should be the one taking care of them. And really, you are taking care of them when you are hiring a service like this.
Exactly.
You are absolutely taking care of them. You're absolutely doing right by them. You can't be everywhere at once.
No.
You can't be at work. You can't be at home, right? It's almost like you're dropping your kid off at daycare. Do you ever really want to drop your kid off at daycare? Maybe some people do sometimes, but no, you want to be with them, right? You want to be there. You want to be that caretaker, but you have to also take care of yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself, then you really can't take care of others.
Yeah.
So give yourself some grace. Give your parents some grace. When you're dealing with family can be challenging. Family can be difficult. Those are some deep-rooted feelings there.
Yes.
And really, to most people, one of the most important things in the world is family.
Yeah.
So give yourself some grace. Give your parents some grace. And really, I can't stress enough, communication is just key.
Amen. No, this is great. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and feedback. I really do appreciate you preparing so much for our get together, but this has been great. I really appreciate it. And
I appreciate you.
And if you guys have any questions, we'll have ways for you guys to get in touch if you need more information. So we appreciate it. Come follow us on YouTube and check out Andy at Comfort Keepers. They're amazing. We look forward to talking to you guys soon. Take care now. Bye.
Bye.